Hello, it's Monday the 21st. I'm FX Blue and I'm back under the brolly for the market brief. So most of the MPC members feel that the Bank of England is in a position to start tapering support pretty soon. They remain pretty bullish about the UK recovery, and Thursday's meeting should see some discussion about inflation and the pace of the recovery. In parallel to that, Sunak will be considering ways to reduce the high level of UK borrowing now that the recovery is well underway. And Boris looks likely to remove the final restrictions on July 19th. So chances are the MPC meeting will provide a bit of a boost to sterling. And that might be welcomed after we saw the dollar reaction to the Fed meeting drive sterling down to about 137.90 last week. We kick off from 139.10 against the dollar, and we're relatively unchanged around 116.30 against the euro. So we've heard a little more about the Fed meeting last week. Powell formally introduced discussion about tapering of the Fed's bond purchasing program as an agenda point. Discussions then centred around the distinction between fiscal stimulus and monetary support. And that means that the president's stimulus package, which is due to be discussed in Congress, will have no bearing over when the Fed begins tapering, or indeed when interest rates begin to rise. Treasury officials have also begun to voice their concerns over rising inflation, especially as the additional stimulus will likely drive inflation even higher. But the White House agrees with Powell's assertion that as this is due to several one-off measures, inflation will likely be transitory. The dollar index uncoiled much of that pent-up demand, rising to 92.40 last week. Euro dollar also reflected those dollar gains, falling to 118.60 last week. But that's one to keep an eye on as other central banks begin to tighten their own policies. And the first up there will, of course, be the Bank of England this week. Right, that's it from me. Have a great start to the day. Hope things brighten up for you. It's a bit grotty out here. Join me again tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.